Welcome back on the VST channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you 10 features from One UI 6 that you most probably don't know. And if you know them, then yeah, you are a real One UI fan. And first things first, we need to start the gallery, guys. Go inside the settings. I'm gonna let you know why. The moment you go to About Gallery, start typing here 10 times until you enable the so-called gallery labs. Why? Because those are some of the things I want to show you. So, first things first is we can change the date and location floating view. The standard one is the vertical arrangement. If I'm to go back to the gallery, guys, you can just see I have here the date and it's here in my left corner. So there is a way for you to change this. This is feature number 1. If you go back to the gallery labs, you click here and you can now turn it off or choose the horizontal arrangement. So I'm going to have to kill the gallery, open it one more time, and now guys, see, I was able to change it. So feature number 1, guys, you are now able to change the location of the date when you're scrolling, which is actually quite nice. Feature number 2. We need to go back to the gallery labs, guys, and there is something called more options in the viewer button. Now, let me show you something. The default One UI 6 behavior for this is when you enter inside a picture, guys, and you're using the phone with one hand, the more options are here. So you either have to be like Spider-Man or your fingers, or you have to use your second hand to access those settings. But with this feature number 2, you are able to change this. And there is something called more options in the viewer button. Now, of course, I have to again recycle the gallery. Now, the moment I open a picture, boom, I'm gonna have the hamburger menu here. And this is very, very convenient for someone like me that tries to use the phone with one hand. Feature number 3 is also a very cool one. So this here is a new Cybertruck. Let's say I'm not happy with the way it looks and I can go inside and try to do some of the edits. Let's go with this one. Let's say this one is a nice one. What do you do, guys? You save it and then you go and you edit your next picture, right? And in this case, I have a gallery with some nice engines, right? But there is something more to this, and this is actually feature number 3. If I go back inside, guys, and let's say I try to edit it, let's just try to put something a bit more on the brightness side. I now can click the hamburger menu and I can copy the edits, okay? Now, memorize this. The moment I have copied the edits, I can go back to my gallery, guys, and I can go inside this picture, boom, click here and paste the edits, which is actually very nice. And you most probably knew this. And now let me show you the cool part. I'm going to try to do some more edits. I am now going to copy the edits, save this picture, guys. Let's say I want to apply this not only to this engine, but to all. And I can now group all these pictures, guys, select them and click here, paste edits. Boom, wait a moment, and you're gonna see all of the pictures will get the same edits. And if you don't like this, of course, yeah, you can always go back inside and you can revert. And this is why we love One UI, right? Feature number 4 is also a cool one. Now that's a video almost 4 minutes, guys, and you can see the size of this video is almost 2 gigabytes. So if I try to send it over the social networks, it might be and will be a problem. But now I can go inside, try to edit it, guys, click here, and there is something called size and format. This is using the new Studio app that came with One UI 6. So now I'm able to resize it, shrink it down from UHD to QHD to FHD and only to HD, and of course also use the new HEVC or X265 codec if the original codec is not like this. And this is really great because now I can, boom, just apply this one, shrink the size and try to send it whenever I want. For feature number 5, let's use the camera. I'm gonna shoot a pic here, guys, open the pic, and oh, I forgot that I have the watermark, and this could be very much annoying, but this here is One UI and it's very powerful. I can go edit the picture, hit the revert, guys, and I can always retroactively remove the watermarks from the pictures. I don't want them to be with a watermark. Very, very nice. Well, you might wonder, why do I have this magazine here? Well, I need it for the feature number 6. When you go inside the camera settings, there's going to be a menu called Scan, Document and Text. And I know that you noticed this will allow you to extract or OCR text directly from images. But what many of you don't know is that when you go inside, there are some features to this. But besides turning it on and off, there are 2 more features. The auto scan that allows you to capture automatically without hitting the shutter button, and also remove unwanted objects. Well, yeah, you can imagine what those are. So let me demonstrate to you how this works. I have now here this article. So the first things first, I can now press here, boom, and my scan button is going to work as the auto shutter. So I don't need to hit the shutter button. Well, this saves you something, and this is now very cool, guys. See here, I'm taking a picture again with the auto scan, and now if everything works nicely, guys, the moment I press save, the AI should remove unwanted objects, which in this case is going to be my finger. And I know it's not something you might want to use every day, but it's good to know that this exists. Feature number 7 is also related to the camera. Now, you know that One UI 6 is getting smarter with the use of Android 14. The moment you go inside the settings and you search for camera, you will not only get the link to your various camera applications, but also this quick menu that allows you to take a selfie, take a portrait, record a video. But there is also a clever way to do this, guys, and this is using the new camera widget. So if you click on the widget screen, once you're there, search for camera, and inside the camera there's going to be something called custom camera. Now, the moment you put this on the screen, you have the option to title it the way you want, like let's put test here. Also, you can choose the starting mode, like rear camera, front camera, and let's say I want to shoot with the rear camera and I want to shoot directly video. Not only video, but let's say pro video. You have the options to select also where you want to save them, and you can select the widget background, like a more recent photo. Now, I have it here. The moment I click it, boom, it's going to open the Pro Video mode. Feature number 8 is security related. Let's try to start the mobile hotspot. Guys, you know how it works. On and off, that's kind of clear. But in One UI 6, you have the options to share a one-time password. And every time you just restart your mobile hotspot, this is going to be a new password. So if you're having lunch with some friends or colleagues and you don't want to give them your standard password, then one-time password is what can save you. Feature number 9 requires access to the developer options. I guess you know how to get there, but if not, just ask in the comments and you'll find what you're seeking for. There's something called Predictive Back animations. Enable system animations for Predictive Back. It's a nice thing adopted by Android, but not really a lot of OEMs have it. And sadly, also here, it doesn't work everywhere. But what is this? Like the moment you guys enable this, you can now just go directly to the previous menu. So you don't really have to just go and exit the standard application. So this Predictive Back gesture is really a very nice feature, but sadly it doesn't really work everywhere, even here in the settings menu. So if I am into the battery, see, this is like the standard feature. If I am to just go and do like this, yeah, I'm just gonna go back to this. But if it works like this, you can just see it's very convenient. And by the way, it works also on the both sides, left and right. Feature number 10 is going to be, again, about the camera. When you go inside the settings, you're going to see something called Advanced Intelligence Options. That's not part of the camera assistant, which is a standalone good luck module, but also integrated in the menu. And I know it's confusing, but from here, you can select to turn on and off the scene optimizer while you have the maximum quality option. The moment you go for medium, it's directly turned off, but I wanted to show you guys how you can try to reduce your shutter lag. So the moment you go and choose minimum, you're going to take pictures as fast as possible, of course, without the processing. So right now, if I'm to open here the camera application, you're going to see it's going to take pictures like crazy. Now, of course, I'm not saying it's going to be perfect, right? But for sure, this can help you with battling the shutter lag, which Samsung devices are very famous for. This was it. Thanks so much for watching. If you like things like this, don't forget to check some of the previous videos. VST over and bye.